From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
American Door Company has been family-owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
Well, the heart-pounding excitement is back. It's bucking by the river. Join the Reading Rodeo May 15th through the 18th for 4 unforgettable nights of heart-pounding action with family fun and unrivaled thrill of the rodeo. Now, tickets are exclusively available at readingrodeo.com. Of course, the Reading Rodeo is where you can go to the box office, or you can call at 530-241-8559. And keep in mind, I also have some tickets to give away starting next week during Coffee with Kruger, starting at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. During the week next week, we will do some giveaways, so be sure to tune in there. And if you can't watch it live, go to weathernorcal.com, click on the Coffee with Kruger section, and you'll be able to go there and see details about the actual contest. All right, let's take a look at our weather headlines because there is a lot to talk about this morning. We've got a storm coming in tonight and into tomorrow. But the warming trend, before the storm system arrives, believe it or not, we're going to see the warmest day of the week so far with temperatures well into the 80s, I think, for many of us in the valley. But there is going to be a big temperature drop. I've been advertising this the last several days, over a 20-degree drop in some cases here from today to tomorrow. Rain, thunderstorms this weekend with mountain snow. We've got a little bit of everything out there with drier and warmer conditions, though, as we go through next week. All right, here's what it looks like today at a glance. You can see, of course, the warmer conditions. Now, rain is not going to arrive until later on, probably late afternoon, early evening, especially for Del Norte County and northern Humboldt County. Otherwise, it'll be dry through the day today. It's tonight. Tonight is when that rain arrives. All right, so here's what to expect. For Friday night, that's tonight, through Sunday morning. Number one, there'll be heavy rain at times, and in particular in the morning hours. All right, we'll kind of go through the timing of what time of the morning for you it will be. Snow levels will be dropping through the day on Saturday. This will lead to chain requirements and probably some lower elevation snow than I think many of you would like to think, because the thing is, it is going to impact your travel. Potential for thunderstorms with heavy rain at times, frequent lightning, gusty winds, and someone was asking, what about hail? Yes, with cold storm systems like this, you can definitely see the potential for some hail. Gusty winds, not only with the thunderstorms, but with the main cold front passing through tonight and into tomorrow. So again, a lot to talk about, a lot to get into. Let's start with what we can expect here for today with Futurecast. So we take you to 6 a.m. Of course, it's dry. Now we're going to see that cold front off to our west. You see how it's slowly approaching. So by 5 p.m., we're beginning to see some light showers for Del Norte County. Leading edge of that, maybe some activity in Siskiyou County, but for the most part, most of it's still off to our west. Then by tonight, that cold front is pushing through the north coast. Winds picking up, rain getting heavy by tonight. Even for places like Eureka, some light rain may make its way into the valley by 10 o'clock tonight, and then this will just continue to push through overnight and into tomorrow. Be sure to stick around after the 7-day forecast for a more detailed forecast as we go through the weekend, because again, there's a lot to discuss here. Temperatures low 80s for today, getting you out the door. Should be a gorgeous day out there. Get out and enjoy it before that wet weather arrives. So there are the thunderstorms on Saturday. And again, we're talking about a lot happening, but it's mainly going to happen Saturday. By Sunday, the valley's dry, still cool, but we're seeing a warming trend back into the 80s by the end of next week. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for the coast, inland, and for Weaverville. There you can see thunderstorms also on Saturday, showers. Now, what you see here, showers here for Sunday, Monday, don't worry about it. The main event will be Saturday with maybe a few lingering showers Sunday, and then another weak disturbance passing to our north on Monday. Here's Siskiyou County, Alturas, and Susanville. Now look at the snow levels. I've got them as low as 3,000, 3,500 feet for Saturday, Sunday. There could be a point in time it could drop even lower than that, 2,500 feet possibly, for late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. One of those things we'll have to kind of watch it here closely. Again, maybe some light showers coming in on Monday with much higher snow levels, and then it dries out and it begins to warm up. for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right, that should get you out the door. Hope you have yourselves a great day. Stick around now because we are going to go into a much deeper dive here with the forecast. All right, so here's a big swirling area of low pressure right here. We've got another storm system kind of arriving, kind of coming around that as well. All of this energy is basically moving down to the south and east and will be over us tonight. This is one of those moments where, you know, I hate to brag, but I'm going to talk about this. Yesterday, remember for Saturday, the Storm Prediction Center had this little sliver right here for a chance for thunderstorms, and everywhere else, no thunderstorms. And then I said, I think we're going to see most of, if not all of Northern California, a chance for thunderstorms on Saturday. All right, I woke up this morning, I checked out the Storm Prediction Center, and check it out. There it is. There's that chance for thunderstorms here for Saturday. So you heard it here first, folks, that I thought that there's a very good chance on Saturday. Pretty much almost everyone could see that chance for thunderstorms. All right, enough of that, enough of my soapbox here. Let's get into the timing of all this. All right, so here is that cold front. Again, this is just a little bit of a repeat of what we were just watching, but we're going to go a little bit deeper now here. All right, so 5 o'clock today, there's the rain coming in. Now we go into 10 o'clock tonight. Snow levels 6,000 feet and higher, so very high snow levels in advance of this cold front. But by 10 o'clock, we may start to see some showers even hitting the valley. Let's take you into about 5 a.m. on Saturday. Now, you can see the rain, heavy rainfall at times. There's the snow down to as low as 3,500 feet. Now, at this point, probably not a ton of chain requirements because the road surfaces are probably still going to be too warm, but we probably will see them lower throughout the day. All right, so again, there's a look at the cold front, gusty winds along that cold front, heavy rainfall as well. So through overnight, early tomorrow morning, I think we're going to see heavy rainfall at times in the valley and west of that for the North Coast, Trinity County, Siskiyou County. And again, snow will start to fall as low as 3,000 to 3,500 feet, even Saturday morning. All right, here's Saturday at 10 a.m. The cold front at this point is gone. All right, so the main storm system is gone. However, we're still seeing a lot of heavy rainfall, mainly east of the valley and into Modoc County here, and not to mention that snow. Now, I've got snow levels, again, 3,000, 3,500 feet. But look at the back edge of all of this. We're beginning to see lighter rain for the valley at 10 a.m., and look at this. Now the cold and unstable air is right here. That's going to allow the chance for thunderstorms as early as 10 o'clock Saturday morning for parts of the coast and even Trinity County. All right. Now we're going to take you into Saturday 2 p.m. Now we're seeing that cold and unstable air over the valley. Thunderstorms are a very good possibility. Now, of course, I mentioned earlier the potential for heavy rainfall, hail, gusty winds, lightning, the works, right? And of course, we've got this snow. Now, chain requirements at this point are going to be a concern, especially east of I-5 over the higher mountain passes, say above 4,000 feet. Could we be looking at the potential for chain requirements on Highway 299? Here's the thing. I mentioned yesterday, probably not. We can't rule that out, especially Buckhorn Summit, Oregon Mountain, for example. And of course, yeah, right, Scott Mountain, you're most likely seeing chain requirements there or snow on the highway there. So just be forewarned, there could be some minor issues here for parts of Highway 299 West. All right, so here's 5 p.m. Saturday. Things are starting to kind of taper off. I still think there may be some scattered showers, maybe some thunderstorms even for the valley at 5 p.m. But you'll notice it looks quieter. Still a lot of snow out towards Siskiyou, Modoc, and in the eastern mountains. So again, chain requirements are still going to be a big concern here, even at 5 p.m. Saturday. Let's take you into Saturday, 11 p.m. Look at all the snow now. Now it's mainly just snow, and we're not really seeing much in the way of rain at this point for parts of the valley, and not to mention taking you on into the coast, maybe a chance for a few showers there. Snow levels, notice I've lowered them for Saturday night to Sunday morning, 2,500, 3,500 feet. But keep in mind, at this point, most of the rain and snow is gone, so it won't be quite as heavy. But the colder air will be in place. But 11 a.m., we're just not seeing much activity. Now, through the day on Sunday, we'll probably start to see some showers popping up and some snow flurries in the higher elevation. So just keep that in mind, but I do think it'll be a dry day on Sunday for the valley. Let's talk about those rain totals. And you know what? As we get closer and closer to the storm, these short-range forecast models are beginning to tack on more and more rain. So, could we see upwards of an inch or more in the valley? Not out of the question. Heavy rainfall steady late tonight, early tomorrow morning for the valley. So it's going to be some pretty heavy rainfall at times and gusty winds. And there you can see I think maybe 2 to 3 inches is a very good possibility for parts of the coast. And very impressive amounts, by the way, in the higher elevations. This storm system is bringing more rain than a lot of our winter storms have brought, especially to the north, northeast, especially into northern Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and even into Lassen County. So some good rain heading our way. In fact, probably we're going to see the monthly average that we see for the entire month of May. We may exceed what we typically see for the entire month of May just with this storm alone. Winter weather advisories. Look at this. We are actually seeing an advisory for Trinity County, Western Siskiyou, Del Norte, and Humboldt. That's because we're seeing lower, as we get the storm system. See, we talk about this, right? Long range, it's very broad. It's irresponsible to talk about snow amounts 5-6 days out, right? But as we get closer and closer to the time frame, we get a better idea. So now the snow levels are looking even lower than we initially thought even yesterday. So yes, could there be some problems on Highway 299 west? Maybe. Again, you got to check those chain requirements. And I would say that your best bet for snow on Highway 299, say Buckhorn Summit, Oregon Mountain, right? Berry Summit would probably be, here's the thing. I would say through the day on Saturday, Saturday night, Sunday morning. Keep it close on those road conditions. And of course, that's the case also in the eastern mountains. All right, so here's a look at the snow totals. Now keep in mind, I don't anticipate to see any accumulating snow for Weaverville Hayfork. Could we see a brief period of a mix? Not out of the question, but I think we're getting really close to borderline there. But mix in Mount Shasta, maybe even some light accumulation in Mount Shasta City. Dunsmuir, probably not accumulating snow, but maybe a mix. I think we could maybe even see some light accumulation for Bernie, Fall River Mills, Alturas, maybe a little bit more than that less than an inch that you're seeing there. Shingletown, and especially out towards Viola. So Shingletown, maybe a couple of inches of snow there in 3,500 feet. Viola, you may see more than 2 to 4 inches of snow. Chester, I think your number could be a little bit higher there as well. And Portola, about 1 to 2 inches. So you get the idea. We're seeing a lot of these lower mountain communities seeing snow in the beginning of May. A little unusual. All right, so here's your storm impacts. So you see the yellows and oranges. That's where you're going to see the minor to moderate impacts. Now, look at Highway 299. You see how there's not even limited impacts? I disagree with this a little bit because I do think there is that potential for periods of time, especially if you get a heavy downpour of snow, where it could create some minor issues. But overall, I think the biggest travel concerns will be over the higher mountain passes east of I-5. This would include Cedar Pass. This would include places like Hatchet Mountain, as you get into, for down your summit, for example, heading towards Susanville, right? Places near Chester. So think about these things. Morgan Summit. Think about these things if you have to travel through the day on Saturday, and especially Saturday night and into Sunday morning. Now, we take you into Sunday, not really much of a concern at all at this point west. And really, you can see the conditions are expected to improve. Even though we're expecting snow on Sunday, it'll be few and far between. It'll be scattered, isolated in nature. All right, let's talk about the winds real quickly because, yes, we do have some winds associated with this cold front. So today at 5 p.m., the winds will still be a bit breezy, just not as bad as they have been. There's the cold front right here, all right? So Saturday, 5 a.m., gusty winds along that cold front, even in the eastern mountains. Now we take you into Saturday around noon. The cold front has pretty much moved off to the east, but some very gusty winds there. Winds not as strong west of that. Then we go into Saturday afternoon. Yeah, with the thunderstorms, we could see those gusty winds for the valley. And then it looks like on Sunday, the winds should be a bit calmer, although maybe some gusty winds here in extreme eastern portions of NorCal. All right, let's take a look at the big picture and show you what we've got going on. So we already looked at the details of what we got with Saturday. I just want to show you that the storm system will move through the day on Saturday. By Sunday, it's well off to our east. That's why we're still seeing that chance for a few scattered showers. Now, Monday, there's a very weak disturbance passing to our north. This could bring showers, I think, mainly to the mountains. I think it'll be dry in the valley, though, for Monday. But coast, all of the mountains could see a chance for showers. Snow levels at this point are negligible, probably above 6,000 feet. But look at the winds. You see these tightly packed isobars? That's an indication of the winds. And I think even Sunday, it could be a bit gusty, not to mention Monday and Tuesday. And then look at this. Going through next week, and by the end of next week, we've got a big ridge of high pressure. Some of the long-range forecast models, I'm not guaranteeing it just yet, but some of the long-range forecast models are indicating some of our first 90-degree readings, maybe by the end of next week into that next weekend. We could start getting our little first taste of summer coming in here toward the end of next week. The precipitation outlook, yes, it looks to be drier than normal and warmer than normal as we look at our long range. So yes, get through this weekend and then we start seeing conditions get a little bit warmer and drier. The wave heights today aren't that going to be much of an issue, but going into Saturday, yes, the storm system approaches and we'll probably start to see those wave heights begin to increase. Your marine forecast for your Friday, south winds 5 to 15. Waves from the northwest at 4 feet at about 8 seconds. Some fog this morning, but eventually showers coming in, and there will be a small craft advisory here later on tonight and into tomorrow. All right, here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. You've got thunderstorms. Now, as you see anywhere that you see Sunday, Monday, chances for showers, it's going to be light, few and far between. The main event is going to be Saturday. All right, and especially Saturday morning, but even the afternoon, those thunderstorms. Sunday, Monday, I don't want you to be caught off guard if you're in the mountains or on the coast, if you see a stray shower, okay, because it could happen, but not really seeing a lot in the way of that rainfall. It's dry for the first half of the day. Del Norte, Northern Humboldt, later on this afternoon, say 4 or 5 o'clock, you start to see some showers, heavy rainfall coming in this evening and tonight. Siskiyou County, you're dry all day long today. Temperatures are going to be upper 60s and low 70s. It's the warmest today that we've seen so far for the week. Today's the peak of the warming trend I've been talking about. 66 Tule Lake, 66 degrees for Eagleville, and 8 and a high of 64. Your eastern mountains neighborhood forecast, you do have the dry conditions going through a good portion of next week, and not to mention warmer weather. Your valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by NorCal Tractor. Temperatures are in the low. We could see some mid-80s in there as well. It's getting quite warm for today. Look for a high of 82 degrees for Redding, 76 Whiskeytown, Lakehead a high of about 79, and there you can see Red Bluff a high of 82. All right, so let's take a look at your detailed 7-day forecast for Redding. Today, 82, partly cloudy skies, although mainly sunny, really, quite honestly, and then by the late in the day, those clouds come in. There's the chance for thunderstorms and heavy rainfall. So the heaviest rainfall for the valley will be in the morning, late night, early morning hours. For the coast, tonight into probably once you wake up in the morning, most of that heavy rainfall will be gone. Then by Sunday, it dries out, okay, for the valley at least. And then Monday, all the way through next week, we start to see those temperatures begin to increase.